Fellas, you ever see an out of shape dude, might be fat, a little overweight, you know what I'm saying? When you see this guy, his body and his presence says something about him without him having to even speak, right? It might say that he's lazy. It might say he has no drive, no ambition, no confidence. So if his body is saying that about him, what do you think body game will say about you once you really start to step into it? Well, in this video, I'm gonna share with you why body game speaks louder than words. And I'm gonna share with you 6 things that body game says about you, and you don't even have to talk. Just walk in the room. The first thing body game says about you is that you are disciplined. It shows that you put in the time, you put in the energy to take your ass to the gym, lift some weights, and be able to achieve a physique that looks good, that's worth showing off, something that you're proud of, all right? Even when you see somebody who's got a better physique than you, it's just kind of a natural appreciation because you know the work, you know how much energy that dude had to put in to be able to achieve that, right? So the same thing goes for you. No matter what your size is, if you're skinny, if you're big as hell, it doesn't matter. Body game says to people without you saying it is that this dude is disciplined. The second thing that body game says about you is that you have some semblance of a work ethic. Like I said before, it takes time, energy to get in the gym, to be consistent, and that shows in your body when you are kind of out here in the world. It shows that this guy puts in work. This guy takes the time, takes the energy to build his body. And that's what body game will demonstrate to people. Again, without you even having to say anything. It just kind of naturally just sends a signal to people like, damn, yeah, that dude be putting in work. The third thing that body game says about you is that you prioritize your physical health. I also want to say that it also means you just prioritize yourself. You focus on yourself, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. I think a lot of people feel like that's selfish if you take the time to work on yourself and, et cetera, et cetera. Body game really shows that you care about yourself. You care about your health. You care about not being weak and being capable and being able to be dependable and people can call on you. And that's not even necessarily the reason why you work out, but it comes with it. The fourth thing body game says about you, this is kind of a funny one. It says that you have life figured out, even if you don't. It's kind of funny, right? When you work out, people look at you just like, damn, this dude didn't unlock something about life. Because it's like when your body looks right, it's almost like people look at you like, damn, he got something that I can't get. How did he get that? How did he figure it out? People may know that obviously you're in the gym working out, but if you work out, if you're watching this video, you know the level of commitment that it takes to be consistent with body game and be consistent with your workout routines, right? So when people see you, it's going to separate you from the pack because most people don't put in the work. So when people see you, it's like, damn, what code did he crack? You know what I mean? And it's not really even that you crack the code. It's just you do what other people aren't willing to do. And it's funny because you ain't got nothing figured out. You might still have problems in your life, still got shit you're trying to overcome, but just your physique, it kind of taps into something in people's brains where it's like, they just think that if you got a nice body, he's got something figured. It's crazy how I don't even think people consciously realize this. I think it taps into something deeper. It's almost like they hold you in a higher regard. They don't put you on a pedestal, but they just kind of look at you like I said, damn, this motherfucker, he's above us in a way. Fellas, if this is providing you with any value, please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. For this last one, what body game says to people without you having to say it is that this man needs to be respected. Period, point blank, end of story. That's just what it says. And again, you may have experienced this when you look at another dude that works out too. Not trying to be weird or anything like that, but it's just a respect thing. When you see somebody who you know is putting in the work, it steals your respect in a way. It just naturally just takes it. And that's what is happening with you too. Once you get on your journey and once you start putting in that work, people are going to look at you like, not necessarily that this man is not to be trifled with, but it's more of in the sense like you're admired for the work that people know you are putting in in order to present yourself in the way that you're presenting yourself. When they see your body, when your clothes are fitting nicely, when the muscles are showing and that work that you've been putting in is paying off, I'm telling you, just people naturally just admire that because, like I said, not everybody can do it. Not most will do it. This separates you. This makes you stand out. And as a man, you know, we all want to be respected. I talk about this in some other videos too, where, you know, I think respect kind of like it hits our ego too a little bit too much. But naturally, man, working out, practicing body game, improving your physique, along with other internal things you need to work on. I also talk about that in a lot of my other videos too. Make sure you check them out. I'll leave some links for you. But working on physical strength as well as internal strength, man, it's going to make you a well-rounded man. And that's all we're trying to do, right? Again, if this video provided you with any value, hit that like button. If you want to improve that internal strength, make sure you check out my playlist on emotional intelligence. Also, check out my playlist on the body game. If you're trying to get into it, if you're trying to be motivated, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.